Tonight, 70 arrests in 30 minutes. Climate activists double down on their biggest day of city disruption. 2 Melbourne men accused of masterminding a cross-border steroid syndicate. Police seize pills, cash and luxury cars. The search for a factory worker still missing 24 hours after an explosive fire emergency. The latest live from Dandenong. 700 trees down in Melbourne's wild weather ride. Now comes the clean-up. The PM's plan to slash immigration to ease the housing crisis and commuter anger as graffiti thugs strike while a train sits at a station.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Blake Johnson starts now.
Good evening. A 4-day campaign of disruption by climate protesters has ended with 70 arrests in just half an hour. Police decided they'd had enough when 300 demonstrators shut down major thoroughfares in the CBD.
In pouring rain, they sat on Flinders Street refusing to leave when warned.
If you refuse, you may be arrested.
And again.
The direction to move on has been issued.
Specialist police swooping in teams to clear Extinction Rebellion climate action protesters.
We're in a traffic.
One by one from the busy intersection, 72 taken away in half an hour. Costas Maniatis was pinned down by 5 officers. Then handcuffed, arrested and carried off, left with the evidence of staying when told to leave.
It was just handled a little bit rough. First time you've been arrested?
First time for me, yep.
How's that feel for you?
It feels like something worth doing. This is a fight worth fighting.
You going to pay your fine?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
I will stay here. I will be arrested. I don't do this lightly. I do it for my son.
What is facing us is such an uncomfortable truth. I mean, it's horrible.
I have 2 boys. And I don't know what their future holds.
Trams and traffic stopped as the group marched from Treasury Gardens. Some passers-by went around them, others watched on.
This is a lot. It's a bit on.
It's interesting. I don't know what it is.
They're crazy, I reckon.
I've got no idea, honestly. I don't know what it's for.
It's the biggest protest of their 4 days of action. They are aiming for mass city disruption and they are prepared to be arrested and fined. Worth the fine?
It is 100% worth the fine. Yes.
Because?
Because the world, there's a huge climate emergency.
I have children. I'm a teacher. That's why I'm here, because it's not going to be good for them.
The disruption's over for now, but their promise
We'll be back.
Paul Dowsley, 7 News.
2 Melbourne men are accused of orchestrating the largest illegal steroid syndicate in Victoria's history. Police seized luxury cars, drugs and cash in cross-border raids and vow more arrests will follow.
A steroid syndicate spanning 3 states comes unstuck. Police swooping in on the alleged Melbourne masterminds, arresting 32-year-olds Nathan Williamson and Daniel Tennis at their Docklands apartments. The men are accused of buying steroids and prescription drugs from an overseas supplier and selling them on the dark web through the post and at several large-scale distribution centres, including at the popular One Gym in Port Melbourne.
These steroids have been used beyond just the gym environment, and then that's what grabbed our attention.
It's the largest seizure of its type in Victorian history, and police say it's lining the pockets of organised crime figures.
Used to facilitate criminal entities' lifestyles, and that's why we're targeting them.
2 men in Canberra and 1 in New South Wales have also been charged as part of the 7-month-long investigation.
A house was restrained, 5 motor vehicles were seized, 3 motorcycles, hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash and significant quantities of prescription and controlled drugs.
It will take investigators a number of days to count and weigh the drugs and cash, estimated to be in the millions of dollars.
We expect to identify other persons of interest as a result of the ongoing investigation.
Williamson and Tennis faced a Melbourne magistrate today. They've been bailed under strict conditions, including not to talk to each other until they face court again in April next year. Sarah Jones, 7 News.
One worker is still missing tonight, more than a day after an extraordinary explosion at a Dandenong factory. Firefighters worked into the night to put out the blaze, but what's left of the building is too dangerous to enter.
A factory complex turned moonscape, and somewhere here, a worker is still missing.
Currently one person that is still unaccounted for. We are working with Victoria Police.
Late yesterday, the explosion erupted into the sky, sending flames and toxic plumes of smoke 30 metres into the air.
That was pretty huge. I mean, clearly it wasn't like a normal fire.
The smoke just kept building up, and the explosion, like I heard at least 4 or 5 explosions when the power gone off.
The Superior Drive paint factory burst into flames just before midday yesterday.
It was a significant fire with extreme fire intensity due to the nature of the products at the facility.
It took crews 12 hours to get it under control.
The type of material that was involved in this fire obviously is extremely flammable and did involve a very intense firefight.
Today the building is gutted, with nearby businesses also impacted.
There is a lot of damage to the buildings and surrounding premises.
Customers there, it's Christmas, our peak of sale, so that's a bit like annoying.
Crews have spent the day extinguishing hotspots, but the structure is still too unsafe to enter. Thick smoke filled with harsh chemicals was seen from the drains, making the air poisonous. 2 firefighters were among 4 people taken to hospital for medical treatment.
2 firefighters that did sustain injury. One of them was released from hospital late yesterday afternoon, and the other firefighter has been released this morning.
Authorities are concerned about the risk of toxic waste entering nearby waterways. The EPA is warning locals to avoid nearby beaches and creeks until it can give the all clear. Several roads remain closed off to the public this evening as investigations continue into what sparked the blaze.
Let's go live to Ainsley in Dandenong South. Ainsley, 2 workers remain in hospital tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Blake. A man in his 60s and a man in his 40s, both believed to be factory workers, remain at the Alfred Hospital tonight with upper body injuries. They're both still in a stable condition. Now, those 2 firefighters that were injured, they've since been released from Dandenong Hospital. Fire Rescue Victoria says the search for that missing worker here tonight remains on hold, as the building is unstructurally safe for police to enter at this stage. Blake.
All right, Ainsley, thank you. Emergency services have been kept busy over the past 24 hours as damaging winds lashed parts of Victoria. Gusts of more than 90 kilometres an hour are recorded, and the Bureau warns there's more to come.
The consequences of Melbourne's wild weather ride came crashing down today.
I've just seen branch fall on my bonnet, looked over, saw the passenger window break as well, and I just went, oh, far out. I'm lucky I'm in the car I was in.
Winds described only as
furious,
leading to 904 state emergency service call-outs since 9 a.m. yesterday.
This is probably the biggest one we've had so far this year.
93 kilometres an hour was the peak gust reported on Friday at Melbourne Airport.
Branches flung onto power lines sent sparks flying into the night. Today, the rush to clear dangerous debris on the roads, a visible orange presence as the clean-up continued.
The wind gust came up very strong, and then I just heard this cracking noise.
Heidelberg was home to the most incidents, with 108 calls for help.
To manage that, we had all 5 of our unit's vehicles, plus some assistance from the Sunbury unit.
Followed by Fawkner and Melton.
We're seeing really blustery, changeable conditions over the past 24 hours, and that's really expected to continue.
Over the past 24 hours, the SES has had to clean up nearly 700 scenes like this. They've also had 120 call-outs for damaged homes.
Today's steady deluge topped by South Australia, where flood watches are in place. In contrast, a scorching day in Sydney as temperatures pushed over 40 degrees. But the New South Wales Central Coast slammed by a devastating storm. Sarah Jane Bell, 7 News.
Melina Saris has been tracking the latest weather forecast. Mel, the wind has eased, but there's no shortage of rain.
Blake, this is our second cold and wet Saturday in a row. The showers set in overnight and they stayed throughout the day with this persistent rain. Now, on the radar, this band of rain swept across Victoria, stretching through the Wimmera all the way to West Gippsland, delivering those showers to almost all of the state. The rain wasn't heavy, but it was steady. Some of our biggest totals since 9 a.m. were in central parts of the state. 15 millimetres fell at Avalon, 12 millimetres at Geelong, Point Cook, Moorabbin and Laverton each had 10 millimetres and 9 millimetres fell in the city. Before that rain set in, we had those damaging winds. These are some of the strongest gusts around the state. 106 k's an hour at Mount Buller, 94 k's an hour at the airport. The rain has eased this evening. We've got a bit of drizzle about now and we will just have a shower or two left over tomorrow. I'll have the full forecast later in the bulletin, Blake.
See you soon, Mel. Thank you. One man has died and a woman is fighting for life in hospital after a crash north of Melbourne. Emergency services were called to the single car incident in Lancefield just after 12:30 this morning. Police say it appears the driver lost control before crashing into a culvert beside the road. A man in his 50s died at the scene.
A grey Ford Ranger was travelling south on Notman's Lane, contained a group of people all from the same family.
Two women in their 40s and 50s were flown to hospital. One of them's in a critical condition. A sixth former immigration detainee has been arrested in Melbourne. Paul Dowsley has the latest. Paul, federal police say the man broke his curfew.
Like the Eritrean man was arrested by the AFP in Melbourne's West late last night. In a statement, police said the 36-year-old breached the conditions of his release by failing to comply with his curfew obligations. That offence carries a maximum penalty of 5 years jail or a $94,000 fine. He is now the sixth ex-immigration detainee to be arrested by federal police since the High Court ruling about the indefinite detention just weeks ago. But it's not yet known what offence originally led to him being placed in indefinite detention. He is due to face the Melbourne Magistrates Court tonight. Blake?
Paul Dowsley in the newsroom. Thank you. Victorian families now have less spare cash than at any time in the past decade. Economists say Victoria is one of the poorest states in the country, despite being one of the richest just a few years ago.
Christmas shopping dampened by tough times.
It is definitely a big stretch, isn't it, with the cost of living?
Things are expensive, mortgage rates have increased.
Adding to that pressure, income for discretionary spending has plummeted to its lowest level in 9 years. On average, Victorian households had $52,209 per person in disposable income last financial year, well below the average for Western Australia, New South Wales and Queensland, only slightly above Tasmania and South Australia.
Victoria has become one of the poorest states in the nation instead of being richer than the national average as it was.
The opposition says Victoria is also Australia's highest taxed state.
Victorians do it harder than anywhere else in the country.
Deb and Bruce Bryan's disposable income, just $50 a week.
Very, very tough.
For meals, the Bryans rely on charity Big Umbrella, now helping many who have jobs.
The need for our service has doubled. We're doing 1,000 meals a week.
And for some, like the Bryans, it's a stark reality. They simply can't afford this year to join in this Christmas shopping throng.
Oh yeah, it breaks my heart that I can't support my family at Christmas time.
Nick McCallum, 7 News.
Two vandals have ignored a trainload of passengers to brazenly graffiti a train in Melbourne's inner north. The duo spray painted the carriage as it sat at Westgarth Station.
Look up.
Metro says the train has now been taken off the network to be cleaned. Last year it removed the equivalent of an entire football field of graffiti each month. The federal government has announced major plans to scale back migration to end the nation's housing crisis. New data reveals record growth, with immigration this year equivalent to adding another city the size of Canberra.
Since World War II, Australia has welcomed millions of migrants.
Without immigration, the future of the Australia we know
will be both uneasy and brief.
But today, the Prime Minister acknowledged a dark side of migration.
In some cases, the system is being abused. We have a plan to fix migration, putting an end to any abuse and any rorts.
This year, there was record growth, the population exploding by more than 500,000 people, the majority from overseas.
The horse has already bolted on immigration, and the Prime Minister not only can't catch it, he can't find it.
Causing problems with housing and infrastructure.
Very tight rental market, surging rents, and of course we've now got record home prices in Australia.
The Prime Minister pointing out that international students can exploit the education system just to get into the country.
Students who come in and they're not studying at all. People can say one thing and then do another, not actually attending university, and it's just working the whole time. And I think that's the kind of students that they're concerned about.
The latest data shows if the government doesn't act now, 46 million people could call Australia home by 2071, the population growing by 77%.
Bottom line is we need to get those immigration numbers back to the averages we saw prior to the pandemic, which is around 230,000 to 40,000 people per annum, and ideally a little bit less than that.
The Prime Minister wouldn't say what his migration target is, but promised to release the details of the government's new strategy on Monday. Tougher laws for temporary visa holders are expected.
And I think if both major political parties commit to targeting net migration over the long term, that will be a good thing for everybody. Leave aside the politics.
Isabel Mullen, 7 News.
The NBA says Aussie basketball star Josh Giddey will continue playing amid an ongoing investigation into an alleged relationship with an underage girl.
I can't think of many circumstances where we've suspended a player based on an allegation alone. There's an ongoing criminal investigation. Newport Police opened up that investigation, notified us. We then take a back seat, and that's where things currently stand.
The allegations date back several years but came to light on social media last month. Hollywood heartthrob Ryan O'Neal, nominated for an Oscar for his role in Love Story, has died at 82. He was synonymous with romantic leads in the 70s and 80s, but also made headlines over his real-life relationship dramas.
What would you say if I told you I think I'm in love with you?
Centre stage in this Hollywood love story.
Who said anything about marriage?
I'm saying it now.
Ryan O'Neal, America's golden-haired heartthrob, catapulted from TV soap opera to Oscar-nominated silver screen stardom.
What's up, Doc?
I beg your pardon?
We've got to stop meeting like this.
I think you're making a mistake. You see, I just came in here for something for a headache.
Opposite Barbara Streisand in the 1970s What's Up, Doc, he was Love's leading man on and off the screen, including a 30-year relationship with Charlie's Angel, Farrah Fawcett. The fame, awards and recognition far from the world of professional boxing, where he cut his teeth.
Who would have thought I would end up with a star on the Walk of Fame? I thought I'd end up in jail, and look where I am.
A powerful performance with his then 9-year-old daughter, Tatum, in Paper Moon.
I want my $200.
O'Neal's career steamrolled through the 2000s.
I need your weapon, and I need your badge.
He was diagnosed with leukemia in 2001 and with prostate cancer in 2012. His son today confirming his death. As a human being, my father was as generous as they come, the funniest person in any room.
Jenny, I'm sorry.
Don't. Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Ryan O'Neal was 82. In the United States, David Woywood, 7 News.
David Warner and the Aussies are on their way to Perth for the first test. Abby Gelmy, they've headed west with a warning for a key critic.
Well, Blake, they're expecting the retiring Aussie star to shine under intense spotlight. Coming up, a World Cup hero reveals Australia's middle order plans as a new era begins for our women's side. Also, why a devastated Nick Kyrgios will miss another Australian Open.
Obviously heartbreaking. I just want to really get back to playing at the top of my game.
And the ambitious recovery plan for a Bombers cult hero and an award for Oscar Piastri. That's all coming up in a busy day of sport.
Shame about Nick Kyrgios. We'll see you soon, Abby. Thank you. There are signs of hope for would-be home buyers struggling to get into the markets. Coming up on 7 News, the Melbourne suburbs, where buyers have the upper hand. Also ahead, charges laid over a bizarre attack in Melbourne's Bayside using a car as a weapon. 4 teenagers injured in a high-speed bus crash. Plus, what's behind Australia's worrying rise in religious cults. And later, rare insight into the extravagant lifestyle of an AFL draftee turned tobacco king.
The mark of a champion is to be humble and win with grace and poise.
What is this? The rowdy reigning champs are back and they're ready to rumble. Perth versus Melbourne in the Big Bash Blockbuster. Sunday, live and free on 7.
It's just not cricket.
Following their surprising success, Steamhunk are planning a multi-city world tour, playing 5 cities in 9 days. Manager Rodney has to book all the flights.
The budget's tighter than priceless leather pads.
So he's using Webjet, which compares flight combinations from hundreds of airlines worldwide, filtered by the cheapest, fastest and best results.
Sorted.
Do they have soy milk in Japan?
Easily book a multi-city trip yourself at Webjet.
The little orange man comes at night, steals all my chocolate.
What?
In Lumberland, I am regarded as something of a whopper. Not bad.
Gotcha! Wonka.
That's up.
Huh. Tell me what it is or I shall poke you quite viciously with a cocktail stick.
In cinemas December 14. At Plush, save up to 30% off everything during the 3-day sale. Up to 30% off everything. This Friday, Saturday and Sunday only at Plush.
Think so first, think Plush.
The Bill Houdini, a thrifty yet shifty character. Save money and friends. Westpac Life Savings. Get bonus interest by saving just $1 extra a month. Problem solved.
The McRib is back. Chicken Big Mac is back. And the new McRib Deluxe has just arrived. Macca's summer menu. It's the summer we've all been craving.
Have you checked out what's on sale at Oz today? Save up to 70% off beauty brands like Shiseido and up to 40% off K18 Premium Hair Care. With thousands of brands and millions of products, you can always find the biggest brands on sale every day at Oz Sale.
Amart's recliner and home theatre lounge sale is on now. Save a minimum of 20% on all recliners and home theatre lounges. Recline, unwind or train for your next movie marathon in style. Hurry, offer ends Tuesday at Amart.
How's the mag, Ev?
It's the women's website. It's doing really well. We're 2 months behind in rent. We take our meetings in a toilet.
Bunny, here's a rider.
An article I wrote went viral. It was about the end of my marriage and the trauma of women. Could not be happier. Everything I am, everything I have is wrapped up in this. You need to face your fears, my friend.
Strife, every episode now streaming on Binge.
Some Christmas scratchies, please. Oh, and I need some for gift tags too.
Wendy?
Merry Christmas, Steve.
Oh, thanks. It's Wendy from accounts.
Be an instant Santa with instant scratchets.
It's scratchy time.
A man has been charged over a hit run that left a woman with serious injuries in St Kilda. Police say the pair was involved in an altercation before the 45-year-old man struck the 36-year-old woman with his car and left her on the side of the road. He allegedly has a suspended licence and has been charged with dangerous driving and conduct endangering life. The woman is still in hospital in a serious but stable condition. Police say the two people know each other. There's a glimmer of hope for home buyers, with more properties coming on the market as clearance rates fall. Housing experts say the combination is turning the tide, putting the power back in the hands of buyers.
The final weeks of the selling season.
5, I have it now. At 30 now.
There's change in the air.
The market has moved back in favour of buyers.
It sparked a late rush of vendors looking to sell up.
It's been a little bit of a later spring this year.
With more than 1,400 auctions scheduled this weekend is the second busiest of the year.
Selling! Sold! Congratulations!
But not all auctions are ending with a sold sticker. The average November clearance rate was below 60%. And with almost 2% more homes listed, buyers have more room to negotiate prices.
That's great news for buyers because it gives them more choice and less urgency. It's looking like we'll probably finish this spring and early summer selling season with advertised stock levels about 8% above average for this time of the year.
House values have also stabilised despite interest rate rises slashing borrowing capacity.
For vendors, it clearly means they need to be much more realistic about their asking prices, make sure they have a good marketing campaign behind their property, and be ready to either be flexible or negotiate on the final price for the property.
Sarah Jones, 7 News.
4 teenagers have been injured in a bus crash in Western Sydney. The bus collided with a white SUV just after 9 yesterday evening. Police say the car was trying to do a U-turn and didn't see the bus coming. But witnesses on board claim it was the bus driver's fault.
The bus was speeding and the car came out. We T-boned it.
No one has been charged. Authorities are concerned a rise in extremism during COVID has increased the risk posed by cult groups. An explosive investigation has exposed Australia's extreme religious sects and their disturbing inner workings.
He was Australia's most wanted man, Luke Hunter, a murderer who broke out of jail while threatening security guards with a knife in 1996.
Hunter, serving time for shooting a man in the back of the head, disappears into bushland.
He wasn't seen again until 2011, when the fugitive was discovered living under a new name and in a secret religious sect.
One thing we found that it's really, really difficult to work out exactly what goes on in these communities because they're so secretive.
The rise of extremist views during the pandemic put a spotlight on their possible threat.
It's happening in Australia right now.
Journalists from the Courier Mail have spent months taking a closer look at the cult, which holds communes and properties in Queensland, Sydney and regional New South Wales. Founded in the 70s by this man, Daniel Landy Ariel, who spoke to 7 News before his death in 2015.
He's a self-proclaimed prophet.
I'm not going to condemn somebody to hell just because they've lied about their past to protect themselves.
Former members tracked down, bravely speaking, but fearful of being identified.
Women don't have a voice to speak up. It's almost impossible to police them. But for many people who are in cults, for their families, they are at a loss of what to do.
Each sharing personal stories of life inside.
One of the things they require of their members, other than handing over all their property when they join, is to take on a biblical name. They have to learn an ancient language that they believe Jesus spoke.
Exploring what it's like to leave.
One of the sad things about organisations like this is if you leave, you're really cut off from the people who stay behind, and for some people that means their family.
You can watch the docuseries at preyedupon.com.au and read more in tomorrow's Herald Sun. Sally Geit, 7 News.
Vladimir Putin says he'll run again for president. During a routine medal presentation ceremony at the Kremlin, a soldier asked the 71-year-old if he'd stand in March's presidential election. After pausing as if to consider his response, he said he would. It is expected he'll win, meaning he'll be in power until at least 2030. Big changes are underway in Melbourne's West. Coming up, an exclusive look inside the operation reshaping our transport infrastructure. Also ahead on 7 News, the Melbourne Pioneer being immortalised in bronze, the crash that sparked a freeway inferno, and a 20-year-old's terrifying encounter with a shark.
Some Christmas scratchies, please. Oh, and I need some for gift tags too.
Wendy?
Merry Christmas, Steve.
Oh, thanks. It's Wendy from accounts.
Be an instant Santa with Instant Scratchits.
It's scratchy time.
I'm on an epic quest to overthrow a great evil. A terrifying menace appears. Quick, friends, we must overpower it.
Morning. Audible. Start your free trial today.
Brilliant tone in red dot light. Every nice and easy shade has perfect highlights. Just 3 steps, mix, dye, dry. With Claro, I'm ready to qualify. It's the hair color I want to be. Claro, it's so me.
The Nick Scali 3-day sale is on this Friday, Saturday, Sunday with 20 to 30% off the entire range. 3 days only, 20 to 30% off the entire range at Nick Scali.
We've just got nowhere to go.
It's all okay.
I told Alex, we can't afford Christmas.
Give the gift of hope to families living in crisis. Donate to the Salvation Army Christmas Appeal so nobody struggles alone.
At Woolworths, we believe it's the little things that make Christmas special. And to help you spend less, sweet, juicy Australian raspberries 125 grams are a great fresh special at just $3 a punnet. That's today's fresh food people.
Well, this is a bit precarious. If this was a film, the jacket would probably start to rip at this point.
Yeah, but this is a Mac pack. They have a sale on now, actually.
Well, how much off are we talking?
A bit, I reckon.
Let's go after this.
Yep.
Look up. Menulog's delivering the goods from Hungry Jack's for $0 and 0 cents. Catch this $dollar deal before it flies away Sunday. Did somebody say Menulog?
If you're looking for a reliable dishwasher with flexible stacking, quiet operation, outstanding performance and efficiency, at E&S you'll find the world's best brands. Whether it's a freestanding or integrated dishwasher, our expert consultants will help you select the right product. We won't be beaten on price or service because we'll deliver, install and recycle your old appliance in one visit from only $129. So visit us today or shop online and get the E&S feeling.
Beat the heat this summer at Harvey Norman with great deals on air conditioning. Cool down the bedroom or home office with this Rinnai inverter split system air conditioner. Only $779. This Mitsubishi electric inverter split system offers long airflow for medium-sized rooms. Hot price, just $1299. This Fujitsu reverse cycle inverter split system, perfect for open plan living areas, only $2199. Ask our experts in store about installation and beat the heat. More great deals on air conditioning now at Harvey Norman.
All transferred. Fantastic, thank you.
Make the most of your super moment. Our account-based pension lets you take a lump sum when you need it and keeps it invested when you don't. It's Australian, it's super, and it's yours.
It's still 2 years away, but monumental change brought by the Westgate Tunnel is reshaping the city's west. As you're about to see, exclusive pictures show just how much the streetscape has developed with more modification on the way. You might recall Footscray Road when it was this. Here's what it looks like today. Changed forever by the Westgate Tunnel that, despite its name, towers above the old road alongside the port. The Maribyrnong River also has a changed appearance. Several crossings now exist between West Melbourne and Footscray. And further out, an 8-lane freeway is soon 12.
It's really transformational. It's city shaping. You can see the connections starting to come together.
This elevated section above Footscray Road connects the Tullamarine Freeway to new tunnels under Yarraville, an engineer's puzzle coming together before our eyes.
Progress made in 2023 on the Westgate Tunnel has been remarkable, and as you drive around Melbourne and the West, you can really see the Westgate Tunnel taking shape.
There are new interchanges between existing roads and on and off ramps built along the way. The structure above Footscray Road is made from concrete segments. They're built elsewhere and trucked here, a crane lifting almost 1,600 segments over 2 years. The project is 3 years late. It won't open until 2025, and its estimated cost has almost doubled in real life to more than $10 billion.
Will it be worth it? Absolutely. It's a vital piece of infrastructure if you look at the connections that we need to make to provide that second crossing of the river, the alternative to the Westgate Bridge.
The project's planners claim it'll take 9,000 trucks off inner west roads, a permanent and very noticeable addition to our city. The US has vetoed a Security Council resolution for a ceasefire in Gaza. American officials objected to the resolution because its authors refused the October 7 terror attack by Hamas.
Emerging from another wrecked home, these are the survivors of the latest Israeli strike on southern Gaza. Their lives turned upside down. Those killed, recovered, adding to an escalating death toll. This house was full of children, and the house next door, my uncle's, was also full of children, this man says. The hospital in what was meant to be a safe area, now at the heart of the danger zone. There is nowhere else to be treated but the floor. Even with its military presence on the ground in Gaza, with thousands of troops, Israel's aerial bombardment hasn't slowed.
Attacks from air, land and sea are intense, continuous and widespread.
At the UN Security Council in New York, the Secretary General warned of humanitarian support systems collapsing, followed by a breakdown of public order.
I fear the consequences could be devastating for the security of the entire region.
As the US led the veto of calls for a humanitarian ceasefire.
We still cannot comprehend why the resolution's authors declined to include language condemning Hamas's horrific terrorist attack on Israel on October 7, an attack that killed over 1,200 people.
In London, Hugh Whitfield, 7 News.
A truck driver has escaped a fiery crash when a fuel tanker exploded, flames engulfing a freeway in Florida. The truck was carrying more than 3,500 litres of diesel and 30,000 litres of petrol. The tanker split open on impact, igniting the fuel, but amazingly, the driver escaped uninjured. A man dressed as a cowboy has sent almost $1 million worth of wine spilling out of tanks at a US vineyard. He's seen calmly entering the family-run business, punching in a code on a keypad, then leaving after the alcohol begins flooding rooms and running down drains. The wine was to be bottled in time for the holiday season. The mystery cowboy is yet to be caught. A man attacked by a shark near a popular tourist spot is recovering from surgery after almost losing his foot. He is the second shark bite victim in just over a week, with experts saying wet weather is making them more active.
Speeding through Bundaberg. Inside the ambulance, a 20-year-old man savaged by a shark off Queensland's coast. Just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon, the swimmer was bitten in waters off 1770.
He had a quite significant ankle injury, which almost resulted in an amputation of his foot. Probably one of the most serious marine bite injuries I've seen.
Taken to Bundaberg Hospital, the swimmer was then airlifted to the Royal Brisbane yesterday evening.
He was stable and being operated on last night.
Drone video posted on social media of 1770 late last month captured schools of sharks swimming close to shore.
There's a lot of different sort of sharks around the moment. People are seeing bull sharks and tiger sharks around.
And so when there's a lot of rainfall on land, it can push the water and all the food out through mouths of the rivers. And bull sharks in particular like to feed around those areas.
The young swimmer is the second shark attack victim in just over a week. 21-year-old Matthew David was bitten on the arm diving off Clack Island last Thursday.
I thought I was going to lose my arm.
Avoid swimming at dusk and dawn. Also avoid swimming near river mouths after heavy rainfall, and avoid swimming near large bait balls of fish.
A warning to take care off the coast. Jordan Bissell, 7 News.
Women's rights activist Vita Goldstein will be honoured with a statue in the city in a campaign to better represent historic female figures. Goldstein was selected as the driving force behind the suffragette movement and women's right to run for Parliament in Australia.
Vita Goldstein deserves to stand alongside Alfred Deakin, Edmund Barton and the great figures who helped establish modern Australia. She was a global leader in the advancement of women's rights.
The statue will be unveiled on International Women's Day in 2025. A Melbourne charity is sounding the alarm on Victorians doing it tough. Next on 7 News, the 20% of Victorians living in a food insecurity red zone. Also ahead, the shock attack on a bikie boss at a dance music festival. A look inside the extravagant lifestyle of an aspiring footballer turned tobacco king. And the fast and furious Australian sports star going back to where it all began.
Let's do it.
Australia versus Pakistan starts Thursday on 7.
Unlike the 97 model, the all-new Honda CR-V does not come with a picnic table.
People still picnic.
But it does come with heaps of space and available in hybrid. The all-new Honda CR-V.
J'adore. Dior. My store.
Down in the garden where we planted the seeds, there is a tree as old as me.
And yes, we're on. The tent is in play. We know where it'll go. Throw is good, and that is a tent.
Being an outdoor legend feels pretty good. That BCF feeling is BCF fun. Hey!
The Ten Tenors Family Christmas. Costa Hall Geelong, Art Centre Melbourne and Bunjil Place Narra December 19th to 21st. Book now at the10tenors.com.
At Domain, get 48 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest with 48 monthly repayments from Latitude Financial Services. Now's the time to update your home and lifestyle at Domain with the latest in fabric and leather lounges, outdoor furniture, big brand mattresses and bedroom furniture. Get 48 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest with 48 monthly repayments at Domain. T's and C's, fees, charges and product exclusions apply. Participating Latitude credit cards only. New customers must be approved. Minimum financed amount $750.
Attention car lovers, Repco's got your Christmas list sorted with great deals. Like 20% off almost everything store-wide, including car care, engine oils, filters, tools and heaps more. Exclusive to Auto Club members. End Sunday, only at Repco.
Knox is among 9 city council areas classified as food security red zones, with thousands of families struggling to put meals on the table. A new charity centre has opened in time to help battling Victorians through Christmas.
A small centre with its sights on a big problem.
We have significant food shortages.
Australia's largest hunger relief charity food bank is struggling to keep up with growing demand.
People don't actually know how they're going to be able to do Christmas this year.
Now Food Bank has classified Knox and 8 other council areas as food insecurity red zones.
People that are working are actually struggling to put food on the table.
Other red zones include Whittlesea, Monash, Mornington Peninsula, Yarra Ranges, Melton, Frankston, Burundara and Whitehorse City Council. That's 1.4 million residents, or almost 20% of Victoria's entire population. The new distribution centre is an emergency pop-up service, a 12-month trial to deal with the spike in demand.
Our main aim is to get it out as fast as possible to all the food relief agencies that need it.
So we're just going to put this bread on the trolley.
Food Bank plans to visit all 79 local government areas over 4 years.
To continue what we're doing, to get food out, we really need another van.
To offer a hand up, Food Bank urgently needs more hands on deck. A call out for volunteers.
Wherever people can help, absolutely, we welcome the assistance.
Kathleen O'Connor, 7 News.
One of WA's most notorious underworld figures has been attacked while leaving a concert in Perth. Former Hells Angels boss Dane Brakovic was taken to hospital with serious stab wounds to his neck. He underwent emergency surgery and has since been released. A group of people police believe were involved in the incident left the area on motorbikes. No arrests have been made. An infamous Gold Coast playboy dubbed the Candyman has put his mega mansion on the market. The former North Melbourne draftee turned tobacco king is expected to fetch an eye-watering price for his brow-raising style.
It's a place where the wild is welcome. The infamous Candy Shop Mansion, home to Gold Coast playboy Travis Bainon. Over the years, he built a tobacco empire, but gained notoriety for his love of lavish, loose parties. Now the 51-year-old is on to his next chapter.
Travis and his wife Tasha are expecting a baby boy in 2024. They thought this was the perfect opportunity to take a new direction in life.
After 20 years putting the mega mansion on the market.
A lot of one-off features that you'll see in this property that you will never find anywhere else.
Starting with a collection of Italian statues littered through a Tuscan-inspired courtyard. Inside, there's 14 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, a gym, dining hall, cinema, space for 16 cars, not to mention the extravagant artwork.
And of course, out the back, you've got the famous 250,000 litre infinity pool.
To give you an idea of the price, 2 other properties of similar size and calibre have sold for around $25 million. The home was only put on the market yesterday. There's already been interest from 3 serious buyers.
Arguably one of the finest, most luxurious, most extravagant homes, not just on the Gold Coast, but in the whole of Australia.
Expensive taste, the Candyman hopes will make a sweet sale. Jordan Quinn, 7 News.
A long way from Phillip Island, Aussie MotoGP star Jack Miller went back to his roots as a dirt bike rider, taking on the locals at the Brisbane Cup.
The old dirt, you get covered in it a bit more than you do on the asphalt, that's for certain. That's the only thing I don't miss.
Miller is currently on break until the new MotoGP season starts in March. Sports next with Abby Jelby. Abby, the Aussies are on their way to Perth.
Well, Blake, the first test of the summer is almost here, and one Aussie star is looking for more reasons to celebrate as a forgotten opener pleads his case. Plus, the Essendon draftee that's got his own teammates looking over their shoulder. The Australian Open rocked by a devastating injury blow. And a group of mates that bent over backwards for a big payday in Ballarat.
I wanted to be friends with you from the moment I met you. Really? Hey, who do you love the most? Sometimes I wish I had the kind of marriage you have.
Who is her father, him or me?
Your husband kidnapped her.
Where is she?
Streaming now, only on 7+.
No time for hay fever? Choose Zyrtec. Get back to life fast with Zyrtec. No hay fever tablet works faster.
At Woolworths, we believe it's the little things that make Christmas special, like sweet treats to share. And to help you spend less, Cadbury Favourites 520 grams are a great special at just $11 each. Save $11. That's half price. That's today's fresh food people.
We're here for the dreamers, the morning ponderers, the neighbourhood wanderers, the sample hoarders, the concept boarders, the curious display explorers. However you dream, let's make it come true. With 75 years of Stratco how-to.
Steve! That's gone.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Make a power play. Switch to PowerShop and score a $150 electricity credit. Now that's the energy we're looking for. Woo! You have power with PowerShop.
The Nick Scali 3-day sale is on this Friday, Saturday, Sunday with 20 to 30% off the entire range. 3 days only, 20 to 30% off the entire range at Nick Scali.
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride.
Whatever you ride.
Ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote. These are Victoria's rising stars in the event of a lifetime.
This is the Victorian State School Spectacular.
Next up on 7.
This Sport Report is brought to you by Sportsbet. Celebrate great mate moments with Sportsbet. Imagine what you could be buying instead.
Welcome back. Australia's Test squad is filtering into Perth ahead of the series opener against Pakistan. The team flew out with a warning for those doubting an Aussie veteran in the spotlight.
A World Cup hero heading west. Travis Head making the most of his short time at home before Test duties.
I looked at my kit bag about an hour ago, so
and haven't done since I landed.
No middle order shake-up for Australia as Cameron Green pushes for a test return.
From the conversations I had, they are pretty keen for me to stay in the middle order, and as long as I'm playing, I'm happy to be in the middle order.
Head accompanied by Alex Carey, who believes David Warner is destined to go out with a bang, whatever Mitchell Johnson thinks.
If people want to write him off, then he'll come out, score a 200, and yeah, he's a fighter, that's for sure.
Fire still burns to keep winning trophies, keep winning series in all the formats for everyone.
The final day of the Prime Minister's 11 clash washed out after the covers blew off overnight in Canberra. Matt Renshaw pushing to take David Warner's place, boosting his chances with a century.
Yeah, obviously it'd be pretty special playing for Australia again. It's always the goal, but I think trying just to view it as another game of cricket, as much as that's a cliche.
Steve Smith used his sole Big Bash appearance to get his eye in before heading to Perth, 1,000 BBL runs from just 30 games. Jake Fraser-McGurk has always had the talent. The penny might have finally dropped.
That is big. That has gone an absolute mile onto the roof.
That was the best I've ever hit a cricket ball in my life. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that one.
The 21-year-old couldn't finish the Renegades' run chase. Another rising Victorian star was left with plenty to do. Will Sutherland almost pulled off a miracle, if not for Jordan Silk's outstretched hand. The Renegades fell 8 runs short and face a quick backup against the Scorchers in Geelong tomorrow night. Kate Massey, 7 News.
A new era has officially begun for our all-conquering Australians women's team, with Elisa Healy taking over from Meg Lanning as captain.
I'm really excited to have been given the nod and the opportunity to captain, in my mind, what is the most exciting cricket team in the world. So I want to help create a new legacy for this Australian team.
Talia McGrath will be her deputy. Healy's first series in charge is a tour of India later this month. Nick Kyrgios says he's heartbroken after being forced to withdraw from a second straight Australian Open. A persistent wrist injury will keep the Aussie sidelined indefinitely. Kyrgios has played just once since pulling out of his home Grand Slam at the start of the year.
Obviously heartbreaking. I've had so many amazing memories there, and I just want to really get back to playing at the top of my game and doing it right, and I need a little bit more time.
Kyrgios took to his new OnlyFans page to make the announcement. Essendon's Sam Draper has set his sights on a round 1 return despite a heavily interrupted pre-season. The Bombers' ruckman ran for just the 3rd time today since hip surgery in the off-season. Draper says he's pain-free and will look to join the main group in January. Brad Scott's men slugged it out in the wet in front of a handful of fans at Tullamarine. Draftee Nate Caddy has already caught the attention of the captain.
A few of our backs were a bit nervous today when he come running through a few of those contests, but I think he's going to be one of those guys that we love playing with, but I think fans are going to really enjoy watching.
Zach Merritt has also highlighted Sam Durham as a big improver this pre-season. A broadcast blackout and a defensive howler made it a first half to forget for Melbourne City in Perth before Matthew Leckie led the fight back.
Leckie! Melbourne City take the lead, and it is their Socceroo star, Matthew Leckie, that makes it 2-1.
A crucial second-half save ensured the 3rd win of the season. Western United remain stuck on the bottom of the table after their 6th straight defeat, following a 4-0 loss to the Mariners. Melbourne's Oscar Piastri has capped a breakout Formula One season with a Rookie of the Year award. Max Verstappen, surprise, surprise, was officially crowned the 2023 Drivers' Champion after winning 19 of 22 races. Scotty James has kicked off the halfpipe season in style, going one better than his Olympic silver medal at the World Cup event in China.
Feels like a bit of redemption for sure from the games. Honestly, today was as heavy as a show as the Olympics. Everyone really brought it, and I had to bring my best.
It was a golden day in Sweden as well for Aussie Jakara Anthony, who won her 2nd straight World Cup event in the Moguls. And on a heavy track at Ballarat, 4 mates combined to win a backwards relay race and some handy spending money for the day.
To the line they go, the Dirty Dogs win. Elation for the Dirty Dogs. Look at the elation, look at the moment, $6,000.
Jockey Michael D claimed a more conventional win at the Ballarat Cup aboard the Paul Pruska-trained Captain Envious. Blake, how do you think you'd go on a backwards running?
It's not very fast.
Would love to know what race in the day that was after too, because I think that would be a handicap in itself.
Beers heavy. Thank you, Abby. Melina is next with the forecast. Mel, are we going to see any improvement in the weather this weekend?
Well, Blake, it'll be a little warmer tomorrow and we could see just a shower or two. I'll have the full forecast right after the break.
That's growing pain.
Home and Away is back early, Monday, Jan 8 on 7 and 7 Plus.
Baby. Are you ready? Oh, we did it. Our first home. I love and now we have room for... I can't hear it. Now we have room for the baby. We're having a baby. B-A-B-Y, baby. B-A-B.
You know what's new with Kinder Surprise? It's the new Natoons Animal Collection. Scan your kid's toy and bring it to life in the Play-Doh app. Go ahead and roll on the floor with him. Good job, Kinder Surprise Natoons. Learn about animals with your kids.
This Chrissy, make your merry meaningful.
Receive a bonus $10 gift card when you spend $100 on Maya gift cards. Hurry and Sunday the 10th of December.
Get great value Christmas dishes for every budget at Coles. Like Coles RSPCA approved whole chicken, new to Down, just $4.50 a kilo. That's great value, hands down, at Coles.
At Power Shop, energy is our specialty. So when you make the switch to us, you'll receive a $150 electricity credit. Mwah! You have power with Power Shop.
At Plush, save up to 30% off everything during the 3-day sale. Up to 30% off everything. This Friday, Saturday and Sunday only at Plush.
Think so first, think Plush. What if true luxury was about inner fulfillment? First ever hybrid Mazda CX-90, all in perfect balance.
Melbourne, what a week ahead we have for you on Sunrise.
Your essential Christmas holiday planner. What you need to know to avoid the chaos.
Plus, summer skin rashes, warmer temperatures making us all scratch, especially children.
Plus, double the prizes, double the chances to win. You could set sail on the ultimate cruise. You decide where to go. And Santa's Sunrise giveaway, $40,000 worth of gifts. The Sunrise 12 Days of Christmas continues Monday.
Start with Sunrise.
Right now.
It's an epic musical adventure featuring Victorian stars of tomorrow.
These are Victoria's rising stars in the event of a lifetime. Over 2,500 performers in one massive night.
This is the Victorian State School Spectacular.
Next up on 7.
This weather report brought to you by the all-hybrid Mazda CX-60.
Tomorrow on Weekend Sunrise, Christmas on a budget, decorations, food and presents. The guide to entertaining on the big day for less than $500. Plus, the new family cars coming in 2024. Why there's now more choice than ever before. And is electric actually better? From 7 a.m.
Good evening. We've had a cold and wet Saturday twice in a row now from a low of 16.9 degrees. We climbed 1 degree for a top of 17.9. Outside now sitting on 15 degrees. There was a huge difference between the north and the south of the state. The north was hot into the high 30s. It was much cooler across the south with those persistent showers. A trough over South Australia and Victoria brought us all of that wet weather. Then a cut-off low brings more wet weather over the coming days. So for Victoria tomorrow, we will see a few leftover isolated showers. It'll be grey, cloudy and cool to mild, although it will be hot again across the north. We'll have light to moderate south to southwesterly winds. And over the suburbs tomorrow, a shower or two. They could deliver a few millimetres and are most likely in the morning and early afternoon if you want to plan your activities outside. We'll have temperatures in the high teens to low 20s. It'll be cloudy with a shower or two in the city tomorrow. From a low of 14, we'll climb to a top of 21 degrees. Similar on Monday with a shower or two, 23. Warming up on Tuesday, 29 and cloudy. After a warm night on Wednesday, 21. Then we're 34 degrees, but showers increase later in the day. The showers continue on Thursday, a top of 27. A possible shower on Friday. And at this stage, Saturday is looking okay. 23 and partly cloudy, but a couple of showers in the city tomorrow, top of 21 degrees, Blake.
All right, Mel, thank you for that. And that is the news this evening. Thanks for making us part of your Saturday. From the 7 News team in Melbourne, good night.
Stream 7 News anytime, live and on demand on 7plus. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.
Welcome to the Victoria.